Hi,
Hi,
everybody. Welcome
Welcome.
back. I don't know if some of you noticed, we didn't do a conversation last week because we were caught up with some stuff, but we're good now. So,
We're glad to be back.
we're glad to be back. And we also wanted to recognize and remember September 11th. We were kids when it happened. I was in school. I remember when it happened. Where were you?
I was in school as well.
So we were in school, and my memory was of my teacher just saying, "Oh, something happened. We need to stop." And she turned on the TV, and then we got to see the live footage of, the events.
Yeah.
So it was very, traumatizing as a kid, I think, and it was scary. So I just want to have a little moment of silence. I know you guys can hear the kids, but yeah. Okay. So go ahead, Eileen. So today
we're doing conversation 23. Theme is dreams because they're just so interesting and there's a lot to get into. So,
conversation number 23.
Yeah.
Yes. You said that? Did you say that? Yeah. Oh, okay.
So just be prepared, man, because there's just so much info about dreams. You're going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, so going in, the number one question, what are dreams? Right? That's always the number one question. So I have a couple definitions that will hopefully, explain it to you. So first one, a dream is a succession of images, ideas, emotions, and sensations that usually occur involuntarily in the mind during stages of sleep. The content and purpose of dreams are not fully understood, although they have been a topic of scientific, philosophical, and religious interest throughout recorded history. Another definition, dreams are a universal human experience that can be described as a state of consciousness characterized by sensory, cognitive, and emotional occurrences during sleep. Mm-hmm. And another, the dreamer has reduced control over the content, visual images, and activation of the memory. So that's kind of a little deeper definition. So another one, reports of dreams tend to be full of emotional and vivid experiences that contain themes, concerns, dream figures, and objects that correspond closely to waking life. So I feel like that's really its overall definition. It really is just a combination of occurrences in your waking life, basically, Mm-hmm. But also concerns that you still have in your mind, things that you can't stop thinking about. So that's
stress.
And I feel like that's where the reduced control is, that you just, it just does what it can. So the most simplified definition is dreams are stories and images that our minds create while we sleep. They can be entertaining, fun, romantic, disturbing, frightening, and even sometimes bizarre. And everybody's had bizarre dreams. Talk to anybody, they'll tell you. So that's definition, right?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about facts about dreams. So we may not remember dreaming, but everyone
is thought
to dream. Okay, so everybody usually dreams from 3 to 6 times per night.
Yeah.
So I think it could be either the same dream or different. Like you leave off one dream and then start a new one, or it can be reoccurring. That's happened to me.
Yeah.
And it is thought that each dream lasts between 5 to 20 minutes. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. That is interesting.
Yeah. Because you feel like you've been dreaming forever. Yeah. Around 95% of the dreams are forgotten by the time a person gets out of bed, which is why people say to always write your dreams down. I used to do it.
Jot your dreams down.
Yeah.
I only jot the important ones.
I used to dream a lot about evil, and I would write about it, and I would be scared.
Yeah.
Okay. So dreaming can help you learn and develop long-term memories. And blind people dream more with other sensory components compared to sighted people. So that's crazy.
That's interesting, but I feel like it's because of the sensory component.
So like, that's weird. Okay, so a blind person dreams more.
Yeah,
than
I would
somebody that
they like. I feel like their dreams would be more,
like more rich, more active.
I would say more intense, more like realistic than just your regular.
That would be
sighted people.
super cool, dude. I would want to know what people that can't see dream about, because since
That's
they are
cool.
blind, like,
dude, I didn't even
how do
think
they
about
picture
that.
people? How do they picture things looking? Like,
Yeah, I was
because it's
just
all sensory, they feel it.
yeah, and I was just thinking like that must be just interesting. Like I didn't even think about sight, bro. I was like, it just must be interesting, like with your elevated senses to even like have dreams
That's
about
crazy.
that. Like it would be at another level. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Okay, so talking about dreams and sleep, there's stages of sleep. Okay, if you did not know, so stages / phases, whatever you want to use. These are it. There's 5 of them. So there are 5 stages of sleep in a sleep cycle. So this is what we go through every single night when we go to sleep. We go through these 5 stages. Okay, so stage 1, light sleep, which is slow eye movement
Mhm.
and reduced muscle activity. This stage forms 4 to 5% of total sleep.
So that's when you're dozing off.
I
You're
feel like
kinda
that's like that first stage where you're like, man, I'm kind of
like you're falling into sleep.
when you're
You know
kinda
what's
tired.
happened to me at times when I'm like in that stage, I'll like twitch. Has that ever happened to you? Not often, not all the
Uh-huh.
time, but I've caught myself in my sleep that I like move or something.
That's funny.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So stage 2.
Stage 2, eye movement stops and the brain waves become slower, with occasional bursts of rapid waves called sleep spindles. This stage forms 45 to 55% of total sleep. Look at that drastic change, guys. We go from 4 to 5% to 45 to 50%. Then you're like really going in, So stage 3, stage 3, extremely slow brain waves called delta waves begin to appear, interspersed with smaller, faster waves. This accounts for 4 to 6% of total sleep. Interesting.
That's a little bit.
Yeah, so your waves.
So the deepest one would be stage 2.
No, we're gonna get
Oh.
The deepest one is to come.
The REM sleep.
Yes. Stage 4, brain produces delta waves almost exclusively. It is difficult to wake someone during stages 3 and 4, which
Mhm.
together are called deep sleep. There's no eye movement or muscle activity. People awakened while in deep sleep do not adjust immediately and often feel disoriented for several minutes after waking up. This forms 12 to 15% of total sleep. Interesting. So this is that one stage where you get they wake you up and you're just like, whoa, I need to readjust real quick.
Where
You
am
know what
I?
mean? Yeah. So you know what, you're right, because actually stage 2 it makes up the majority, because stage 5 doesn't.
Yeah. The REM sleep is only
Yeah.
20 to 25%.
So stage 5, REM sleep, which is known as rapid eye movement. Breathing becomes rapid, irregular, and shallow. Eyes jerk rapidly in various directions, and limb muscles become temporarily paralyzed. Your heart rate increases, blood pressure rises, and you want me to...
Males develop penile erections.
So this is the I guess that fun stage.
That
And then-
wet dream stage.
Yeah, when people awaken during REM sleep, they often describe bizarre and illogical tales. These are dreams. This stage accounts for 20 to 25% of total sleep time. So I'm assuming, I'm not exactly familiar, but I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. When you're in REM sleep, I feel like this is the stage where you get sleep paralysis. So that's why, like, you become temporarily paralyzed.
Yeah, because this stage sounds like side effects from a medication.
Yeah.
Like it sounds
It's pretty crazy,
It
right?
sounds
Yeah,
crazy.
like,
Like
a
your
lot's
heart
going
rate
on.
increases, blood pressure rises.
So a lot's going on during this phase, and I
Yeah.
feel like when you're temporarily paralyzed during this stage, I feel like that's when when people wake up, their mind wakes up, but their body's still not awakened. You know, they're still under that temporary paralysis, which creates like sleep paralysis. So you need to shake the person, you know, to like get them out of that sleep paralysis.
What is that out of body, like when you're dreaming? What is it called?
Out of body.
When you're dreaming out of like your body, you're like, you know what I mean? Is it sleep paralysis? No.
No.
Out of body experience?
I think it'll fit under that category.
Yeah.
But another thing about like stage 5 still, REM sleep, I feel like this stage is the stage where you get put under, you know, when you got a surgery to get done or whatever. I think this is probably that stage.
They drug you up to get to that stage.
I think so. It's either this stage or the second one. I mean, it's one of them, you know, but like just keep in mind something that can, like the temporary paralysis, you know, that's my guess, because you need to be still enough for surgery or for whatever's going on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. And neuroscience offers explanations linked to rapid eye movement, which is REM phase of sleep, as a likely candidate for the cause of dreaming. So dreams in REM sleep, okay, guys? That's when they occur.
Ooh. Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Nightmares. So nightmares are distressing dreams that cause a dreamer to feel a number of disturbing emotions. Common reactions to a nightmare include fear and anxiety. They can occur both in adults and children, and they can cause stress, fear, trauma, emotional difficulties, illness, use of certain medications or drugs.
So it's a type of dream, and these are usually the causes for why you have nightmares.
I feel like personally, I would have more nightmares when I was younger than I do now that I'm older.
Interesting.
Is that crazy?
That is crazy.
Like, because when I was a kid, I would dream about my parents, like, either dying or the devil coming to get me or monsters. And I feel like it was way more common when I was, like, younger now than now.
Interesting.
What about you?
Nightmares? Yeah, I don't really, I mean, I have like maybe like once a year, you know, a nightmare, and they get pretty scary, man. But I feel like my trigger for nightmares is usually like I watch something scary.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I just keep thinking about how scary that was, and it just...
Because that's exactly what happened to me. Remember that one night that I was sleeping and I told you that I heard 3 loud knocks in the front of my door?
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like I was in stage maybe like I don't know.
I know, it's difficult.
It's one of either the first stage or the third stage. What is it? The one where you like get woken up. So because I heard it in my sleep, and then I woke up, and then I ran to the front door to see if there was somebody out there, or I checked my cameras and there was nobody there. But then I was scared to go back to sleep. So yeah, that's crazy. So then we have lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is a dreamer. Is what?
When the dreamer is aware.
Oh, when the dreamer is aware that they are dreaming, and they may have some control over their dream. That's super cool.
Yeah, a lot of people like to do that. Like they want to get into
but
that. But
is that like, can you do that subconsciously?
Subconsciously.
Or can you consciously do it? Like you're like, okay, I'm gonna sleep today, and I'm gonna lucid dream.
I think you could consciously do it, but it is kind of like dangerous, low key. Like that's what I've heard. But this is a little more info about that.
So the measure of control can vary between lucid dreams. They often occur in the middle of regular dreams when the sleeping person realizes suddenly that they are dreaming. Some people experience lucid dreaming at random, while others have reported being able to increase their capacity to control their dreams. So is it that type when you are kind of like in a dream and you pinch yourself and then you're like, oh, it doesn't hurt, I must be dreaming?
I think you could consider that as well. But
like the lucid dreaming.
I think of it of like Inception, man. You know what I mean? You just create your own little world. No, because
but that's too like over dramatized.
I mean, it is, dude. But like, I'm just saying, like personally, I've had dreams where like, okay, I'm dreaming, and then I wake up. And I'm like, man, why did I wake up from this dream, man? You know, so I wake up and I go back to sleep and fall right back into my dream.
That's happened to me before, but then there's times where I finally like wake up like for the day and I want to go back to that dream and I can't.
Yeah, sometimes you can, but sometimes you can, and when you can, it's like super cool, dude. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know. So yeah, dreaming's cool overall. Okay, so causes, right? Like, what causes you to dream, right? There are several theories about why we dream. And are dreams merely a part of the sleep cycle, or do they serve some other purpose? Question, you know? So possible explanations include they can be representing unconscious desires and wishes, which is I think is on point, man. You always, you know,
Yeah.
that's always the case, I feel. Interpreting random signals from the brain and body during sleep. I mean, possible.
Ooh.
Consolidating and processing information gathered during the day. That happens, man. If you guys have ever gone to college, man, um it's tough, dude. Like I used to dream of like writing my papers in my dream. I would
And you
literally-
finished them, and then when
Yeah.
you woke up, you're like, "Oh, it was all a dream."
Yeah, it was all a dream, and I was over here typing all this stuff up.
Dude, have you ever had those dreams where like you're falling and you
Yeah.
actually fall from your bed?
No, I haven't actually.
Dude, I only had that once in my life. I remember that I was like, I felt that I like in my dream I was falling from like a cliff.
Uh-huh.
And then when I woke up, I like the hit of my floor woke me up.
That is crazy, dude. I haven't gotten to that.
That shit was
extent,
crazy,
man.
dude. I'm
That's
sorry.
crazy. So another explanation, working as a form of psychotherapy. You know, all probabilities, guys. So from evidence and new research methodologies, researchers have speculated that dreaming serves the following functions. Okay, so ready for some like scientific
Info.
yeah, so here we go. So offline memory reprocessing, in which the brain consolidates learning and memory tasks and supports and records waking consciousness. Preparing for possible future threats. That's a possibility.
That's cool.
Cognitive stimulation of real life experiences, as dreaming is a subsystem of the waking default network, the part of the mind active during daydreaming. Interesting. I can really see that connection, bro. Like the connection with daydreaming
And real dreaming.
Interesting. Okay, so
Helping develop cognitive capabilities.
you know, all possible, man.
Yeah. Reflecting unconscious mental function in a
Analytic way.
psychoanalytic way. What? I did not understand that whole one.
Interesting.
Okay. A unique state of consciousness that incorporates experiences of the present, processing the past, and preparation for the future.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, you can dream of the past, the present, and the future. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah, I've never dreamt of the past. Have you? Maybe.
Like, yeah, I have like things from,
Like maybe people from the
yeah,
past,
people from the
but
past,
not like or people that have passed away.
yeah. A psychological space where overwhelming, contradictory, and highly complex notions can be brought together by the dreaming ego. Notions that would be unsettling while awake, serving the need for psychological balance and equilibrium.
Like a breakup.
Yeah, I would say that, but also like just other notions that you just, you know, tug under the rug, you know?
And then you want to wake up from them, but they're real, so you dream about it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, much remains unknown about dreams. They are by nature difficult to study in a laboratory, but technology and new research techniques may help improve our understanding of dreams. And it is just overall, dreams are difficult, bro, because you can't like record them. You know what I mean? You can't like
No.
Like I feel like the brain, it's its own system.
I mean, I feel like they can do brain scans and brain imaging, things like that while people are asleep, which I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure has been done. But
yeah, but the only thing you can really get
you
out
can't
of
really
it,
get into like somebody's consciousness.
you can't. Only what they tell you that they saw, you know, because you can't see it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's no way you can record it or like, you know, and that type of thing. So now we're going to get into theories. Okay? So my personal theory is memories, and how memories are definitely connected to your dreams for sure, because I feel like that's really like the backbone of the situation, you know?
So it's kind of like, I would say, kind of like when you're watching a scary movie and then you like go to sleep and you're scared and you start dreaming scary stuff, that's a memory.
That is a memory.
Yeah.
Because you just, yeah, you saw it. Like, I've had dreams, like I said, from scary movies, and like, but I put it into my own situation that's kind of related to myself, but in the end I'm like, oh yeah, this piece was from this movie and this piece was from this movie, you know. So it's like part of memory that you bring in to your own dreams, you know. So for memories, the concept of repression dates back to Freud. Freud maintained that the undesirable memories could be suppressed in the mind. Dreams ease repression by allowing these memories to be reinstated, which is true, man. Like we've been talking about, what you don't want to deal in the waking life can be what, because you're repressing it, can actually appear in your dreams. Why? Because you don't have that control in your dreams, man. You're not in control, you know. That's the subconscious. You're not like consciously thinking about what you're doing or what you're dreaming, you know. And like, I think Freud, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's the one who got into the whole I forgot the name, man. Hypnosis, which is the same thing, man, about repression. Like when you're repressing things,
Dude, that's another thing.
and you get under
because
hypnosis.
people remember things that they don't, that traumas under hypnosis that they wouldn't normally remember.
And why, man? Because it was repressed, right? They're like repressing
crazy, dude.
Yeah. So a study showed that sleep does not help people forget unwanted memories. Instead, REM sleep might even counteract the voluntary suppression of memories, making them more accessible for retrieval.
So what if people, like, instead of, maybe they're like, oh, I'm just having these reoccurring nightmares of the same thing, but maybe it's like a repressed memory that they forgot about, or I think, don't.
Yeah, possibilities, you know, and that's kind of how they're dealing with it.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff, man. That's pretty interesting. So 2 types of temporal effects characterize the incorporation of memories into dreams. One, the day residue effect, involving immediate incorporations of events from the preceding day. So, you know, oh, this is what happened, you know, prior, and
like the movie.
Yeah, and then dream lag effect, involving incorporations delayed by about a week. So, it could be immediate. Yeah, that's the
about a week.
That's the interesting thing about like your brain, you know. It could be like an immediate, or it can be a delayed. You know, like, hey, that was a while ago, but, you know, so that's interesting, bro. So the findings of one study suggest that processing memories into dream incorporation takes a cycle of around 7 days. And these processes may further the functions of social emotional adaptation and memory consolidation. Wow.
Okay.
So dream lag,
dream lag is when the images, experiences, or people that emerge in dreams are images, experiences, or people you have seen recently, perhaps the previous day or a week before. So it doesn't even have to be somebody you know. It could be any stranger that you just, that your brain captured, an image
like a little image, a quick image, you know, a little snapshot with your blinking eyes. But I have I have heard of that, you know.
I have heard. I've had a reoccurring dream of a person that I've never met in my life.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you about that after.
Yeah, and usually they say that situation happens. It's like the people that are unknown in your dreams are actually people you have seen out in public, but you just don't recall, you know, because you just took that quick snapshot. And it's funny because people will be saying that as a joke, like, oh yeah, take a picture with your eyes if you don't have a camera, you know, and then you just blink and stuff. Yeah. And little do people know.
It stays in your brain.
That is a picture, you know?
The idea is that certain types of experiences take a week to become encoded into long-term memory, and some of the images from the consolidation process will appear in a dream.
Interesting. So it takes a week for it to be incorporated into long-term. And you know what, man? You know, they get into it and like take a class, bro, about like cognitive psychology, dude. That's the one I took, and dude, they tell you about like long-term memory and how your brain decides, you know, like what's going to remain in short term and what's going to remain in long term, you know? Yeah. So it's interesting that your brain has all these functions.
Okay, so events experienced while awake are said to feature in 1 to 2% of dreams dream reports, although 65% of dreams reports reflect aspects of recent waking life experience. So, you know how we were just talking about, like I remember my dream was about this specific person. It was a man or a guy that we were in Six Flags, and that there was an accident and one of the roller coasters fell, and like this guy like kind of like fell right in front of me from the roller coaster. And then I remember when he was falling, I remember him looking at me and I was looking at him, and his hair was like a curly like red, and then he had like just this really like scared look. He had dark brown eyes, and I don't think he had facial hair, but I remember his red hair, curly hair. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. And that was a reoccurring dream for a long time, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
Interesting.
And I've never seen a person like that I recall.
Yeah.
Or I don't know anybody that I would say, oh, that was him.
Yeah.
But he was in my dream. His face was very specific, like just it was a person, a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Interesting, dude. This is your last part.
The dream lag effect has been reported in dreams that occur at the REM stage, but not those that occur at stage 2.
Interesting.
Which stage 2 is the one that's the most...
Yeah, the longest.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man. So memory types and dreaming. 2 types of memory can form the basis of a dream. These are autobiographical memories, or long-lasting memories about the self, and episodic memories, which are memories about specific episodes or events. So interesting. Okay.
My scrunchie just like flew.
Okay, so 2 types, guys. Autobiographical, which is about you, and episodic,
which is like just events that happen in your life.
Interesting. So a study exploring different types of memory within dream content among 32 participants found the following. One dream, 0.5%, contained an episodic memory. Most dreams in the study, which make up 80%, contained low to moderate incorporations of autobiographical memory features. Wow. So research suggests that memories of personal experiences are experienced
fragmentally and selectively during dreaming. The purpose may be to integrate these memories into long-lasting autobiographical memory.
So the hypnosis stating that dreams... Which one?
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Okay. A hypothesis. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
A hypothesis stating that dreams reflect waking life experiences is supported by studies investigating the dreams of psychiatric patients and patients with sleep disorders. In short, their daytime symptoms and problems are reflected in their dreams, which we talked about. When you're stressed out, when you have problems during your day, when you've been like worried about something, you start dreaming about it in your like while you're asleep.
Waking life experiences. And then in 1900s, Freud described a category of dreams known as the biographical dreams. These reflect the historical experience of being an infant without the typical defensive function. Many authors agree that some traumatic dreams perform a function of recovery. Interesting, dude. That's like some interesting content right there. And last but not least, one paper hypothesizes that the main aspect of traumatic dreams is to communicate an experience that the dreamer has in the dream but does not understand. This can help an individual reconstruct and come to terms with past trauma. Wow, the ability that your mind can do that is just so astonishing.
Like, I'm tripping because you know how people, like some people that have been abducted, they don't remember until they go either into hypnosis or maybe they have reoccurring dreams of the abduction. So that's pretty crazy because it's like their brain has either put it, like you said, under the rug, or they learned how to mask the trauma that they don't remember. But it's the same with abuse. Like when people have been molested, So, we were talking about the trauma. So
Yeah.
hopefully, like people don't have bad dreams.
Yeah. But I mean, if your mind can do that and actually help you come to terms with that, that's great, dude. That's great.
Yeah.
That's like having your own therapist in your mind, you know?
Yeah, it helps you.
Yeah, so
And
that's
it kind of protects you from trauma that happened in your life,
cool
which is
stuff.
good. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know what else do you want to add.
I just want to add like some couple stuff. So like, you know, poster board over here, there's been like research that has been done, guys. Okay, about dreams and memory. I did this for like one of my college projects, man. But so they've done like a bunch of studies for people during like dreams, right? So they put them in kind of like sleep labs and stuff. So just to understand what goes on during their sleep time, right? If I'm making any to understand the dream content, right? So 40 participants in a 7-day period to record their dreams in a voice recorder, right? They had to do that, and a total found that their dreams were reported about emotional places and characters, and they're usually their current concerns, the dreamer's current concerns and recurring dreams. So basically mundane things. That's basically what people tend to dream of a lot. And then another one was about male participants in a sleep laboratory for 4 nights being awakened during different times of sleep. And every time they woke up, they had to identify, like they had to record their dreams. But they found that their dreams were usually longest during REM sleep. So that's pretty cool, dude, right? Well, I mean, that's the part where you dream, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like other than the NREM sleep, which might be like that stage 2 we were talking about. 2. And then false memories. When you they put in characters, they put the people, they had them do false dreams and to see if they could recall like these false memories in their dreams, and they found that they do, man, which I thought was pretty interesting, you know. Some of them did end up dreaming about like false memories, like, oh, you remember that when you were a kid you saw this, you saw like 2 balloons as a kid, and then they'll dream that, and
that's
think
creepy.
it was a reality, you know. So false memories can be included into dreams. That's basically what that one's about. And then last one is a sleep diary, having a sleep diary and waking up 4 times during your sleep, and to come to find that dreams were pattern and time dependent, and the dream lagged effect played a role in how the different categories. So basically, like memory, right? Memory that she had like from past, like that dream lag, right? Like that you dream about it, like memories from the past, she was able to put them into like her dreams. That's what they found in a span of 2 months. So pretty interesting info, guys. And
so there's been a lot of studies, but people also say you know, dreams might mean something.
Yeah.
Or, you know, people think like,
yeah,
like,
you know,
oh, if you dreamt about your teeth falling, someone's gonna die. Things like that.
yeah.
And there's people that believe that. I know my mom believes that, so I don't know, but I feel like it's a gray area.
It is for sure, because
but I feel like it is because for me, like I dream a lot about my teeth, but I came to find out that when I put on my retainers, then I dream about my teeth falling. So I feel like it might be memory, it might be trauma,
like concerns.
Yeah, concerns. So
yeah, from waking life.
I mean, you know, just
but
take it with a grain of salt.
I feel like I like to take it as like dreams mean something, man. Like, why the heck not?
Hey, Jesus used to talk to people in dreams.
Yeah,
God did.
It's definitely possible.
The angel. Sorry, our technical difficulties.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, I'll just hold it.
Yes, so interesting information. You know, like dreams mean something, you know?
Okay.
Why wouldn't they?
All right. So anyways, I think this is all for now. And
anything else you
if you guys have any questions or any dreams you want to share, just let us know. And I think we're done.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And, you know, see you guys next time on the next conversation. And yeah, man, subscribe if you can. It's just nothing but good content up in here.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.